everybody. This is Harry, and welcome to the Aerie Fun Live. How's everybody doing out there? Sorry for today's delay. Of course, a couple little technical difficulties happening up front, but again, we are here, and welcome everybody to the show. Of course, I want to remind everybody that the first raffle is already open out there. So for those of you joining in, tell your friends we're live. We're going to be giving away some cloaks and some other prizes, possibly. Never know what happens around here on Twitch TV. But we're here with special guests tonight, Eric A. and Eric S. from the Meretz app, of course, joining us as well. We're going to have an interview with Elena Strongbow here in a little bit. But we've got the guys from Meretz joining us, as well as our own board members. Stacy and Chad. So let's get everybody in the room. Let's make our introductions to everybody here and say hello. And click. And there we go. And hello, everybody. Let's go around the room. First up in the corner, we got the lovely Miss Stacy of the Aerie Fun, Thex, otherwise known as Justin. Yes, many of you guys know us from our avatars in game. We've got Chad, Thexador Markham, and then, of course, lower corner down there, we got Eric A., Eric Abrams, and last but not least, with the headphones on, Eric Schwartz of the Meretz app. How you guys doing today? And welcome to the Aerie Fun
awesome.
Live.
How are you?
Good. Is glad you can all join us. We're all anticipating talking with you guys, finding out more about what you're about and spreading the word about gaming fitness and how the folks out there can actually become active and earn goodies and do good deeds while they're out there doing what they do anyway. So let's dive right in here. Let me pull this up and let's get the finer points in front of us.
Yeah, Les, I got to say, this is pretty cool. We started this Aerie Fund exactly a year ago in February. And remember, the first thing that we did that Maiden's telethon. I had never seen Twitch before.
Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Fund, yes.
And I was like, man, wouldn't that be cool if? And here we are on the if. So this is really awesome.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could do this, we can do that, we can do the other thing? And here we are a year later, and again, we've got a lot of good information for everybody out there. We got a lot of good stuff to cover tonight. Upcoming events, upcoming things that are going to be coming on in and around the gaming community. Before we dig in and just dive in with the Erics here, Tex, do you have anything we want to kick off with here? We want to go ahead and get that first raffle out of the way, give away one of them Virtue Marathon cloaks, which is a version.
We're celebrating. We're celebrating Meretz being in studio with us tonight, and one of the things we're doing with the boys, we're doing a marathon next week in Austin, where we're running for the Children's Miracle Hospital Network, and as part of that, we're giving some cloaks away as donor thank you gifts for our campaign, and I think we might have a few extra we can hand out tonight, so we'll get the raffle going on that. But yeah, I mean, just to say, thanks for everybody for checking this out and watching this. We are here because of you and for you. We offer charitable services to gamers in need, as well as running community events like the marathon next week. And we're so thrilled to be able to put a show like this together and have great guests on, like the Erics from Meretz, who are doing awesome work. And I can't say how excited I am for this. This is awesome.
Absolutely. All right, so with that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull that first raffle out of the box there. Arius, you got, can you trigger that raffle for us there on the side and tell us who our winner is, would you please? Drum roll.
Suspense, yeah.
Now, of course, while we're waiting for the results of that, don't forget you've still got time to get out there and win one of those 5 competition T-shirts. I know he was just mentioning that. And that drawing will be at the end of business day today, correct? The end of February 9th it ends, so midnight tonight, Eastern, Central. What is that time, gentlemen?
Yeah, I think it's around midnight. But yeah, those shirts are awesome. The performance tees. I've been training in mine, trying to break it in a little bit. I know the Erics have theirs as well, and
Yep.
Eric A's 2 sons are going to be running in theirs as well, which is awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Do we have anybody in that winner yet?
It is, yes, it's Eclipse Maiden. I'm sorry you didn't hear that. It is Eclipse Maiden, and it's drawn.
Yay.
She won the cloak, and I'm setting up
Yay,
a new
good to
raffle, and we're going to draw that in about 25 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and start that raffle now.
Thank you very much. And of course, don't forget, you have multiple chances to win here. Everybody is included, so enter into the raffle to win those prizes, and we'll deliver those in game once they appear in game, which should be next release. Is that correct, Chad?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it'll be R51.
Alrighty. Don't forget, you guys in chat want to ask some questions. We'll have questions there for you all in just a few minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and get down to the guys from Meretz. I'm going to drop you two off to the side for a couple minutes, and we'll bring you guys back here momentarily. Okay, so we've got Eric Abrams and Eric Schwartz. Gentlemen, how y'all doing today? And again, thank you for joining
Doing
us.
great. Yeah. Thanks for having us here.
Well, we're digging what you guys are doing out there. So let's dive right in. For those of you who don't know, of course, our guest already had a little heads up. This is a who, what, when, where, how, why type interview and show. We're going to get down and dig into the basics and get to know the guys a little personally and find out what their mission in life is. Something like that. Reasonable facsimile thereof. That's right. So for starters, we know 2 Erics. First off, what are the chances that 2 Erics wind up and, we refer to you, I see the folks down at Portalarium refer to you as Eric A and Eric S. So is that what you guys are known as now to family, friends, the world?
It's easy enough, isn't it?
The Erics were known as Eric Squared. We answered just about anything. So.
Alrighty,
Right.
alrighty. Well, very good. And of course, where are you guys from? What got you? Let's start with where you all from to begin with. Let's start with Eric Abrams, and then we'll go to Eric Schwartz.
I'm in the Northeast of New York, but have lived here in Austin. You can see I'm actually in downtown Austin right now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here for about 18 years. I moved here at the end of '99, so definitely been here a long time.
Very cool, very cool. And
Yeah,
Eric Schwartz.
I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. Grew up in the South Bay. Spent most of my life there, but moved here in 2001 and really love it. So
Oh, right. Very cool. Very
here
cool.
being Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about Meretz. The first thing, of course, is how did you guys meet, and where did you guys ever come up with an idea for such a thing?
So I'm happy to share that story. It was actually probably a couple of years ago. I have 3 kids, and they're fairly athletic. They do sports after school, but if given the chance at any point in time, they would prefer to play games and play on their PCs and on the Xbox versus going outside, right? And my wife and I were letting them do that. That's certainly a good thing, and we don't want to deny them from playing. We want them to go outside and play, and so there was this constant battle. And so the thought was, how do we actually use games, not discourage them from playing games, but really use games as a motivator to exercise? And so that's where it originally came from. that I needed someone really smart who can help build something for that. And I was working at a company called Bizarre Voice at the time. And let me know if it's too loud where I am. I just
No, you're all right. You're all right. The fact that you're outdoors in Austin is just killer right now, so we're not going to argue with that.
Outside as much as I can. I know. That's right. So, yeah, anyone in the north, I apologize that I'm flaunting the fact that I could be outside right now. So, of course, Eric was actually at Bizarre Voice as well. Did not know him personally, but if anyone's familiar with the Cow Parade, which is a charity where an organization gets a fiberglass cow?
Yeah, fiberglass. Yeah.
Where they want, and it ends up being auctioned off by Jay Leno for this particular auction for charity. Created a cow which he can describe, but an amazing cow with LED lights all over the place. A lot of electronics and software involved. You can check in on Facebook, and it would know who you were and what movies you liked, and a brilliant project. So when that was complete, which went for I think over $17,000, close to $20,000 in the charity, I figured, well, this guy must have some time on his hands now. Maybe he wants to help me with this project. And so
You're setting a high expectation
Okay.
now. Aerie Fund is going to need me need us both for more fundraising.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah. It was a great thing. It was a really interesting way to meet actually through that connection.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been a great ride since
Very
then.
cool. Very cool. Now, before we dig a little deeper here, we do have a early video. Now, I know Meretz has evolved, and we've got this video we're going to go ahead and show everybody out here. Sort of showing off what your original idea was for Meretz.
yeah, so the original was really more about kids, which we still, kids are still important to us. I still have kids. But we have evolved, as you said, Laz, into more sort of adult games. Shrouded the Avatar has been a fantastic partner of ours. But this was kind of an earlier video, and talks a lot about what we started off doing and are still doing in a lot of ways today. So
Absolutely. And we'll talk about all that and more here in just a moment. So let me get this video up here for everybody. We'll get it my window. And if y'all just hang on, and we'll be back in just a minute while we show everybody this video here.
Hey, great job. Thank you. Looks like you were Yes.
Why is Natalie so happy her son Jack is playing a game? Wouldn't it be great if your fitness tracker did more than just collect data, counted more than steps? What if it actually gave you rewards? Whether you move a little or a lot, Meretz rewards you every step of the way. Get points for doing what you already do every day. Natalie is earning Meretz points during her daily jog. The more she moves, the more she earns. See Natalie run. Run, Natalie, run. Biking to school earned Jack some Meretz points. His points are automatically loaded into his Meretz account. He uses them to buy items in his video games. Uh-oh! Jack doesn't have enough to buy the power-up he wants in his game. Jack rounds up his buds to shoot some hoops and get more Meretz points. See Jack earn Meretz points. Go, Jack, go! Natalie's been active all day. Now, with a little downtime, she anticipates seeing her daily earnings. Scrolling through her favorite games, Natalie selects the game she wants to play and uses her Meretz points to buy some valuable in-game currency. Paige downloads the game Natalie's playing so they can play together. Since this is the first time she's playing the game, she gets bonus Meretz points. Bonus, Paige. Bonus. The Meretz platform offers endless ways to play with and challenge friends, while earning more Meretz points with additional incentives. Natalie and Jack have reached their goals. James, not so much. Great job, Jack! Jack's earned enough merits to get the crowns he needs in Wizard 101. James thinks that, like him, Natalie and Jack have only earned a few merits points today. Not so fast, James. You know what to do. Walk, James, walk. Way to go, James. You hit your activity goal too. Meretz is planning to expand rewards beyond gaming, opening up new reward options like restaurants, gym memberships, Netflix, live sporting events, and more. Download Meretz now. Turn your energy into currency. Get active. Get gaming.
Alrighty, very good, and of course, great stuff there. Of course, I love the idea behind getting the whole family in and active, and getting, I love the examples. He gets his buddies together for a basketball game, and not enough kids doing that out there these days, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We're actually working with an organization that's tied to the UN that's doing a lot for kids internationally. So more to come on that, but I couldn't.
Very good, very good. Okay, so Shrouded the Avatar, of course, we got the who you guys are, what Meretz is, how you guys met. How did we get into bigger gaming communities, and why? What was the concept behind all this?
Couldn't agree more. The concept was always really to be able to earn a virtual currency to spend on the games that you're playing. We actually have on the team a woman who some people may recognize her name, Sherry Grainer Ray. She actually worked at Origin with Richard and Dallas and Star back in the day.
Very cool.
And she talked a lot about the ways that people play games, the fact that, demographics that are between 18 and 35 would really dig what we're doing and get a lot of value out of it, and being able to work with that demographic in a way and with a concept that they can then do this with their kids and with their families. So they're really starting their kids with a great foundation around both gaming and fitness. And so
Fireworks.
So Sherry really was fairly influential in us looking at let's work with games that are attractive to all kinds of demographics. Also from a fitness side, people who like the stereotype is that there's this one certain person who really cares about their health and are these fitness enthusiasts. And of course, that's really not the case. Most of us care about our health. We're just not motivated by the typical fitness app data that doesn't change after 3 months. So let's do something that's really exciting and fun for the average person. Or playing games worldwide, that's far more than the number of people that have downloaded fitness apps. So that was really exciting, and that's where we really started looking at and branching into the broader game community. And we met with Dallas a few months ago, and he was really excited about what we were doing because he cares a lot about health.
Absolutely, really absolutely.
And so that's really where our partnership started with Portalarium and with Shroud of the Avatar.
Indeed. And again, been a stepping stone for quite a few organizations, and a lot of people just growing off of what this industry has to offer. Video gamers, just not a bunch of people sitting in their basements playing, and I know they get, the stereotype. You got the husband who comes home and plays the first-person shooter. You got the the kids who want to sit there and play their apps on their video, on their tablets and their phones. So now, I know that one of you two is actually running with your sons. That's Eric Schwartz, is it? Eric Abrams is running with his
Other Eric, I've got nephews and a niece, and yeah, kids abound. Still.
Now, are both of you physically fit inclined as it was, or was this more? I mean, were you both avid enthusiasts before getting into this?
Not at all. I wouldn't, I'm of the category where I would not call myself a gamer, but play a lot of games, and including LAN parties and spending all-nighters with friends. I'm sure some people out there are familiar with that. So I absolutely did that, and would also exercise and keep fit. But it's interesting how these two big industries really. And there's the stereotype of people who play games, and there's the stereotype of people who are fitness enthusiasts. In fact, it's funny. I guess maybe about a year ago, we were talking to a fitness trainer, and they said, the people that come to my gym, they don't play games.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding me? And even like like we all know the top athletes when they're hanging out in the clubhouse. This is what they're doing. They're playing video games.
Some of those guys carry consoles with them in their travel equipment, from what I understand. But yeah.
So we have some questions from the community.
I was just going to solicit that. Thank you very much. I've been looking at the clock here, and I'm going, there's got to be some questions I'm seeing coming in out there.
Yeah, there's plenty of questions. I just didn't want to jump in on you guys.
No.
So,
again,
I have to give a plug for Eric Schwartz because he is a marathon runner who will be running, I think, his 11th marathon next week.
It is my 11th. Yes, proud of
Very
it.
Cool.
And the only bummer is that I have two teams I'm representing in this thing. I have Team Effects. There's my plug for Team Effects. Hi, Team Effects people. Going running with them tomorrow morning.
Very cool.
So I have my Team Effects shirts to wear, but then I have to kind of double duty with the Aerie Fun shirt.
Very cool. Very cool. So questions from the audience. Do we need to bring the lovely...
Bring the Miss Justine on the screen, yeah.
So our first question from the audience is, from Brown Coat Jason, and as you know from last night, also from me, people want to hear about tribes, what's coming, what you guys have planned for us.
Yes. Now, I'm a member of 2 tribes already, just to put that on the record, so...
See, and I didn't even know I could be a member of 2 tribes.
Eric's our CTO, the other Eric, so he could definitely talk about it from a technical standpoint. He is... I'm just so impressed with the amount of work he's been putting into with quests, as well as with tribes. So we do have, we are looking to launch tribes basically around South by Southwest. So
Indeed.
What we want to do, our goal is that we will have at least these 2 tribes who not only will be able to, by being members of be able to earn Meretz points to win some really cool prizes and sweepstakes that we're working with Shroud of the Avatar to offer during South by Southwest.
Very cool.
But also to compete with each other. Ultimately, the idea even would be that tribes could be based on guilds, those kinds of things. But what I will say, and then I'll let Eric talk about it from a technical standpoint where we are, is that we want to hear from you guys. So this is a concept that we have where really we're creating this sort of social layer over everything else that's going on within the app. What is it that the Meretz users and that you guys want out of tribes? So please email us at feedback@meretz.com or team@meretz.com how you would like to use tribes. And if you want to be a beta tester for us,
I'm
as we
already
start-
seeing all sorts of possibilities. As you said,
Yeah.
guilds going up against each other, different cities and locales getting a group of people together for fun competition, city versus city. I mean, the implications
Yeah.
on something like that can be huge. But
It's interesting because we're trying to, we don't want to impose too much of our own, things we make up about tribes. I mean, the tribes are there. The tribes exist, out in the game community. You have the tribes. You're in
Absolutely,
them. So we want to connect
absolutely.
to that and leverage it and make it more fun, connect it to your fitness, make that a part of the gaming experience. It's not just about doing the exercise and getting reward, but people are doing things in Shroud that are representative of their actual real life things. Their clothing, the way they move, their physicality. It's just yeah.
You mentioned quests in there too. I don't know that that's necessarily something that the wider community even knows about yet. Do you want to kind of give us a little bit of information on that?
The quests are basically, we could do them in a few different ways, and would love feedback from that. But quests are basically opt-in challenges, or even ultimately, on the fly real-time challenges. So to some extent, you could think about it as Pokemon Go-ifying this. Oh, really, right? When you're not playing Shroud of the Avatar, what kinds of fun experiences can we do? So, for example, a message or a notification that you are standing in hot lava. Get out of that hot lava by walking 200 feet in the next 5 minutes, and if you do that, then there will be a sack of potions for Shroud of the Avatar waiting for you outside of that hot lava. So that's one thing that we can do. There are others that could be more sort of opt-in, like, can you hit a 5,000 or a 10,000 or even a 1,000 step goal per day, those kinds of things. So Eric, was there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, on the topic of the different size quests, 1,000 steps or 5,000, we recognize that people are at different levels. They are at different levels of ability or even time, to go do some of these physical things. So that's one of the things we're looking for feedback on, just like where are people in their ability and interest and commitment level. Because the whole idea, we're not necessarily going to turn everybody into a marathon runner, but if we get people to do incrementally more than they're doing, or just to be consistent about what they do for their health, then those are great outcomes to have. So, the more feedback we get from people and how we can make a really meaningful connection to their communities and also to specific things that they're doing in the game. So it's not like a separate thing, but it feels integrated. That's what we're going for.
Do you want to let them know one more time where they can contact you guys to give you their feedback on what they'd like to see for both the quests and the tribes?
Meretz.com. So very easy. And if you want to be a beta tester for us for quests as well, email us there and let us know, and we'll get you in. Yes, Justin, you will absolutely include it.
now we lost his audio a little there. It was Meretz.com.
Can you guys give us that one more time? We lost the beginning of Eric's feed for the audio.
You do it. You say it. Sorry, I know it's loud where I am.
No problem. Yeah, Meretz.com is where you want to go.
All right,
There's a contact form on there. There's also in the app itself. There's a help thing there. It's super easy just to type it. If you have a thought or a suggestion, just fire it off. We're very responsive to it. I hope some of you see that. We're in touch with a lot of people in the Shroud community already, and other game communities too.
Very cool.
So I
we
know
love it.
you guys both, you have Max and Trunk Fitness both participating in the app. Do you guys have plans to branch out to more gyms and outside of the Austin area in the future?
Yes, definitely. That's definitely on our roadmap. The feedback we've gotten from people who own gyms. It's a good thing I'm not in downtown New York. I think that would be like. Yes. So we're, again, we want to make sure that we're focused and that we're building this in a way that we know that our users really want to engage with the app. And so we feel that that connecting with the game publishers and game players is a great first step as far as that goes. So we do have we've dipped our toe in the water with a couple gyms and fitness trainers, but we absolutely do want to branch out beyond that to fitness centers and gyms everywhere.
Very cool. Very cool.
So one more community question that we have is, any other partners coming up for Meretz that we might be interested in? Thoughts on approaching Other Side Entertainment, Razor, etc.?
And the more feedback we get on that we can leverage to share with those companies would certainly be fantastic. There's a great one, and I think that one is something that we can do at least from the standpoint of sweepstakes. We probably will be doing fairly soon, and then there are definitely additional game companies that we are talking to and that are really interested in being a part of Meretz. So there's absolutely more to come as far as games are concerned.
Sweet.
So just my personal last question from me is, watching social media, I see you guys have some things in the work for Twitch streamers. Do you have anything you can tell us about that?
That really is actually even related to tribes. So we have a few Twitch streamers who are working with us from their standpoint and with their communities in terms of how they would like to use tribes. And so what they want to do is be able to have their own tribes. And what's great is that Meretz users can be, as you had mentioned earlier, as you mentioned last, can belong to multiple tribes. So if there's a Twitch streamer that you are following, they can have their own tribe that you are a part of, and then they're aware of of what you're doing with Meretz, of quests that you might have achieved, or milestones that you might have achieved, and it's another great way for them to engage with their community and with their audience when they're not streaming. So and support their audience, right, and really encourage them to be more active, and they're really excited about that. So definitely more to come there. There are a couple that we're working with right now to really pilot that specifically on the Twitch side. About that for sure.
Sounds like I'm going to be involved in a whole bunch of tribes.
I was gonna say, yeah, very cool.
You can count on it. We're counting on you for it.
we got loads of streamers out there, of course. Including this guy. So, and of course, us here at Aerie Fund, we're going to be doing stuff, and happy to be able to help out and join in. Again, loving what we're seeing with the Shrouded Avatar promotion so far. And out of curiosity, I don't know if you guys can just give us a number like that, but can you tell us how many of those wellness cloaks have been collected so far, by any chance, through the Meretz app?
Number we certainly track it, but I don't know if we have the number offhand.
Okay,
but it's been great. I mean, I will tell you, it's been beyond our expectations. So
one reason I ask is those are collectible items out there, so I'm just curious to see whether people rushed out and grabbed oodles and noodles of them, or do we still need to spread the word, and people aren't grabbing enough of them yet that we need to get some more traffic moving and highlight the fact they can come out and get those cloaks and the potions. And
absolutely, we want you to tell people about it, and we
course.
want to get more people to do that. Yes, definitely. We're very encouraged by what we've seen with Shroud, just across the board. First, Borderlands awesome to work with, just in every regard. So it just made it super easy. But we're getting some great traction. We want to see more of it. We want to see more of that community really, reach them and get them involved.
Very cool. Very cool. I also see Jason's Deli as a participant now. Is that just a regional one, or if I go to my Jason's Deli here in Orlando, will they be participating?
It's regional, but if you will send me that location, I will contact them and see if we can add them to what we're doing. I bet they would be interested and excited to be a part of it.
I know we've got several in the area, but I'm just curious because I'm sure there's people out there like myself who have them in the area, and we're not all Austin centralized. So, had to ask that question. They make some good food, those guys. So.
That's really awesome. I can't tell you guys how much I love this app. I just got pinged, and I'm supposed to let you guys know that we're ready to draw for a second cloak. So if you're out there watching, then
very cool. So
they'll
let's
let
go
you
ahead
know
and do
out
that.
in the Twitch feed what you need to be doing.
So yes, all they got to do is, if they haven't gotten in, they should have gotten in by now. And if not, do they have a moment or two, or are they going to be drawing right now, Arius?
The raffle has been closed. It's ready to draw.
And let's draw us a winner and see who the winner of that next cloak
Pete
is.
the Noob.
Pete
Congrats,
the
Pete the
Noob.
Noob.
How you doing, Pete? Congratulations to you. I'll be seeing you in a couple weeks when I come out to Austin. I'll be out there for the party. And, of course, we'll get to meet you guys South by Southwest. I'll be attending as well, so I look forward to meeting you all then.
And we'll do one more drawing, and it will be at the end of the show.
Actually, I think I've got at least one more on the on the radar here, at least according to my itinerary. But we'll figure that out as we get along here. Of course, we do have to get moving along here, and we're going to ask you guys if you'd like to just stay on the side. By all means, please do. You don't have to. Of course, we know you guys got other things to do out there in your lives as well. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. And,
Thank
of
you
course,
very much, yeah.
help spread the word to the world out there. Of course, don't hesitate to grab the link and share it with all your folks out there. We'll post it, and we'll get it out to you as well. But
we'll see you guys at the marathon.
We do need to
Awesome. Definitely. Good luck.
get
Yeah,
back.
I'm gonna need it.
Be getting some points for our tribe there, Browncoat Jason, just so you know.
That's right. There we go. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to put you guys on the side. If you're going to be hanging out, just sit there and listen, and feel free to join in the conversation. But I'm going to bring back Justin and Thex now, and we're going to do a little chat here before we bring in our next guest here. And let me, there you go. So, okay, great stuff coming out of the guys from Meretz there, and of course, everybody I know is really having a great time with the app. But, of course, don't forget, folks, get in on the next raffle. Next raffle is open and out there. Of course, we're giving away those fantastic cloaks. And I believe, are we going to do video first here, Thex? We got a video for the boys and girls out there. Tell them a little bit more about the Aerie Fun. And
Which video are we gonna do?
the Play for a Cause?
I thought we opened the show with that.
No, didn't we? No, not that
Surprise!
Oh, never mind. I wasn't watching Twitch. Sorry.
one. I don't know. Did we open with that one? I forget.
In the interest of time, though, we can probably move on to Carlos.
Either way, is
Yeah.
we can get on with that interview, and of course we got Justin here with questions for us, and
You know I have questions.
now
It's interesting. Elena had posted an interesting forum topic. I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, I think it was, talking about all the new YouTube changes that kind of ignited a little bit of a firestorm, especially for those people who are, hobbyists, smaller scale streamers, YouTubers, making it virtually impossible for guys to, monetize or help support their craft. So we saw that, and we're like, man, we'd like to get the word out and see if we can, spread some love and help lift up our community streamers and Twitchers, and really try to get to the positive place of giving these guys the support.
very cool, very cool. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get on with it. Thex, I'm going to put you off to the side. We're going to bring up Elena here. And going to get to ask some questions of Elena Strongbow. I do have that name right, correct?
Sure do.
Alrighty. Nope, wrong person.
Hi, Justin.
There he is. Here's the right person. And we're going to put her up there. And we're going to put him over here.
I am. I'm going to start singing the Brady Bunch song here in a minute.
And
so
let's
you
go
better
ahead.
get on with this interview before I start singing, Les.
Okay, well, I've got you up on screen, so let's move on with the questions. Of course, let's get through the introductions here. Lena, you want to introduce yourself to everybody and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, hey there. Real life, it's Carlos. In game, Lena Strombo. I think everybody kind of knows me by that name. Gamer, been a long-time UO player. Live up here in Chicagoland. It's cold, it's snowy up here, so the Eric's made me jealous. But yeah, and on top of it, you know, do a lot of things on YouTube, tutorial videos, and Twitch streaming. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So, Justin, we have some questions lined up. I believe you guys have actually done a prior interview together. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did. We did an interview, a great interview for Wake Up. And if you guys don't know, Elena has a great series of YouTube new player guides and runs a fantastic website, which you'll find. I'm gonna throw you a plug here. Sodatutorials.com. So tell us all about, I know, you know, we were really moved by your post about the YouTube shenanigans. So if you would tell everybody kind of what's going on and what they need to know about this.
Well, you know, I've been making YouTube videos for Shroud since February last year, so it's been a year. And I'll be honest, it was not about the money. There's a love and a passion about just doing the videos and helping out the community and just participating in this community, which is great. But as you have higher stats, you get you're able to do certain things. Like at some point, if you get so many subscribers, you can have a unique name. So you can go to youtube.com/Elena Strombo as opposed to something else, and up to a point where you get to the partnership level. And last year they moved the goal on that a little bit. They said, well, it wasn't this, but we're going to change it so you have to have, I think it was 10,000 views across all your videos to be a partner, which I was above, which was great. And then in this year, in January, around the 20th or 18th, I believe it was, they're changing that again. And part of it is about part of that is monetization. You know, there can be ads on our videos, and the videos can generate it. It's not a lot. Just pointing that out. But a lot of it is actually just a bit of prestige in it as well. There's some analytics and some tools you can use to watch and see what's doing well. And if I'm dropped out of that partnership program, I lose access to those. So that, you know, it caught me off guard. People were kind of telling me, "Oh, it's going to drop here," and I'm like, "What happened?" I'm a new YouTuber. I've been at it for a year. I'm making good content, and I feel like I just kind of got, you know, dropped off to the side. So
you have a lot of videos. Tell us how many videos you have right now.
Well, after the video contest there with Portalarian for Shroud of the Avatar, I'm north of 280 videos, coming on 300, I think it is. In fact, it'll be 300. I've got a couple queued up in here to get there. So it's a lot of content.
It's a lot of content. So how far short will you fall with that much content out there so that everybody kind of gets an idea of how dramatic these changes are?
I am, among some of the other people, probably I was in a better position. There's two things that they have to do in order to be a partner, be part of the YouTube partnership program. I think it's YPP. One is you have to have, over the past 12 months, 4,000 hours of viewage on your channel. The other part is to have 1,000 subscribers. Both of those can be difficult for people. I had the hours, I didn't have the subscribers, and I've never asked for subscribers. I just have, please, you know, I've never really made emphasis on that. And I was at 900 when I put that post out in January there, the one that I think Dex was talking about there. And I reached out to the community and said, hey, can you give me a hand? I'm looking to, you know, get that stat up above 1,000 before February 20 so I can continue on in the program. And happy to say, I I think it was at 1,015. So I'm in.
You made it.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So just kind of tell everybody, just as a community at large, what can we do to help support our streamers and our YouTube community?
Well, I think first thing Thex had created, I put a post out there on the forums, on the Shroud forums, saying, "Hey, this is me. There's a couple of streamers out there. It'd be helpful to give us a hand. Go out and throw out a subscribe out there." Thex took it to a different level. I think it to another level, and said, "These are the Twitch streamers. These are the YouTubers," and put a post out there. Kind of identified who's out there making content for Shroud, and they do it for other things. I think going out and seeing that and visiting them and supporting them is the best thing you can do, and this community is really good at doing that. I'm on Twitch every evening, not streaming, sometimes watching, and we all bounce around from channel to channel. I'll be on Eclipse's stream or Core stream or Job's or whoever. Just go out there and support them. If you can, it's free to go out there and click on the subscribe button. If they're on the YouTube, it's free to follow them on Twitch. Just show them out there and just give them that support. That's the best thing you can do. And, just drop in and say hi.
So one last question. We had a community question. Core wants to know, what is your favorite tutorial video? Which one did you like making the best?
I've got to give a shout out to a gentleman in my guild back in April of last year, and this one's helped me out a lot. I made a video on I went out with a party of people to do sieges, the 4 sieges in Shroud of the Avatar. And when it just came out, and I was not strong enough to go out there on my own, so I was with a party doing it. And one of the people that were in there is a very popular YouTuber. I didn't know that, but he's in my guild, and I recorded the video and let them know and put it out there. He, if I had a video hit like 100 views, I'd be like, oh, that's doing good. I was looking at this video, and I literally, from the time I came home from work to about 2 hours later, all of a sudden it was like at 5,000 views, then 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 views. Today, even a year later, I still get people dropping in because he asked people from his channel to come out and give me some love and say hello and or subscribe on it, and I still get them every day, and that's my favorite video. It's got to be. So that's
amazing.
From Darium, and he's really helped me out with that.
So we need to go out, we need to click those subscribe buttons, we need to click the follow buttons, and we need to give our streaming community some love.
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me, I appreciate it. So
absolutely.
Thanks for the community.
Is of course always glad to see another streamer out there, and you're not the only one in that boat. There are many of our streaming community. NDNN is one. We have plenty of hours and plenty of content, 3 years of 5 days a week shows. And of course, same thing. We never really pushed for subscribe. I was one of them guys. I was partnered before being partnered with Stylish. I mean, it was just, you know what I'm saying? So we're in that fight together, my friend. And we're spreading the word, and if I don't get it now, we'll get there eventually. I've got the viewership. I just need to get the subscribers now. So we'll be spreading that word together out there throughout the world in the social media, in-game, and the forums, and anywhere else that they'll listen to us.
Yeah, I gotta pop in there, and I think that's just not just on what the community can do. I think it's also on the streamers and the YouTubers.
Absolutely.
Even plugging out and saying, hey, can you come help out with some of the other ones, and just kind of showing that camaraderie is probably really good. And I will definitely do that for you all and for everybody else. I try to, but I can't.
Absolutely. Again, it's one of the things that makes this game what it is, and people who come on in, the sentiment is, what's wrong with all these people giving this game reviews? I can't believe that all those reviews I read, and I'm having a great time in this game. They're all nuts, and it's a hard sell for some people, but we're going to do what we can to make sure that the world doesn't forget about us, and we're going to make a loud noise come South by Southwest. So, going to be fun. But, of course, we got to get moving on here. We got a couple other things to cover with time running short. So, Carlos, thank you very much. Elena Strongbow in game, and we will see you again soon. I'm going to put you on hold again. Again, you're welcome to sit with us and hang out.
Yeah, and a special thanks to Elena and Core, and I see a lot of familiar faces here watching our stream. These guys always step
And you're
up for
on
us
video
every
now,
time we
so
do a
look into the
streamathon
camera and
for-
say hello. Yeah, you. Thanks, yes, you.
Yo, okay, could you hear me? I'm sorry.
We can. I'm just telling you to look into the
Oh.
camera. You're looking off to the side someplace.
Yeah, I don't know where to look. Yeah.
At the camera. That's what the camera's for.
All right. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to these guys. We have an awesome streaming community, and they always step up for Aerie Fun whenever we have an event. And these guys do 24, 48 hours, and they do all the heavy lifting, man. So anything we can do to help them, we're all about the Aerie Fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, before we move on to our next little segment here and start wrapping it up, do we want to do another drawing, and then we'll do one more before we finally walk out after we talk about our next segment here?
Absolutely, we can. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close the drawing. And we have a winner, Killaban 73.
Very
Now,
cool.
Killaban, I'll whisper you in a moment, and I will need to grab your in-game character name to get that set up. And I will start another drawing in just a moment.
Very cool. Very cool. In the meantime, we're going to move right along here. And what did I do there? I know what I did. I just gotta...
You know what you did.
I know.
You broke it.
It's all Laz's fault.
Yeah, we just need the slideshow for the announcements.
Yes, we've got that right here and ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
And of course, upcoming here with the Aerie Fund, for those of you folks who are familiar with the work we do out there in the world and what we've done in the past, the Aerie Fund has an upcoming agenda for this year, and Thex is going to tell you a little bit all about it and what we've got coming up.
This is an awesome part for me here. As we do these community causes, as you guys know, they're part of what we do, one half of what we do when we're not helping specific gamers in need. We like to run themed events that actually support other charities that we care about, help raise awareness for them and funds, and have fun playing our game for a great cause. Last year we did two initiatives, two community causes. We did Just One Life in support of the Trevor Project. We did Think Pink in support of the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. This year we're doing 4. We've gone through over 60 charity submissions from our supporters and from our board of directors, and we've made our selections via our charity steering committee. So we're all about making giving and gaming as fun as possible. So we're going to have all kinds of donor thank you gifts, physical and digital. We're going to have multiple in-game events to attend, community and Aerie Fund sponsored. We're going to have streamathons that Arius is working on putting together, and a whole lot more. So as we approach these events, do check our community calendar and visit aeriefund.org to see what we're doing and what we're up to next. So Laz, without further ado, should we go through some of these?
Absolutely. Of course, up on screen to begin with was Primal Nature coming up in June. And you want to tell the folks what Primal Nature is, what it's all about, what charity we're going to be.
In June, we're doing Primal Nature. We're going to be benefiting Conservation International. Being good stewards of the planet is super important for humanity's long-term sustainability. So for the whole month of June, we're going to be supporting Conservation International. They're an awesome organization focused on studying and reversing negative trends on our climate, oceans, forests. They look at food sources, and they really try to improve global stability all across the planet. What's neat about them and what we really like is they look at the environment as a whole ecosystem. Everything works together as a symbiotic system, and they really work to address all of those issues and develop strategies to promote a healthy and happy ecosystem for generations to come. So we are super thrilled to run Primal Nature. Get your bear headdresses ready. It's going to be wild times in New Britannia during Primal Nature.
Very cool, very cool. And then up next behind that is the Remembering Heart happening in September.
Yeah, so the Remembering Heart, this is one that we had a vote on this one, and we all were really super excited for it. It's going to be benefiting the Alzheimer's Foundation. There's an old saying about aging that goes, what the mind forgets, the heart remembers. And that's really what the Remembering Heart's going to be all about. Researching, treating, caring for patients with Alzheimer's is the absolute mission of Alzheimer's Foundation. We're super stoked to support them all through September. By the way, September is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, so it's a good time for us to do that as well. And it really impacts so many families worldwide. This is causes super close and important to our hearts on the board. Many of us have actually dealt with the impact of Alzheimer's firsthand. So we really want to take this horrible condition and turn it into a positive and try to make a difference in September.
Indeed. And of course, following that, we have Turn the Page, November 2018 happening. And Turn the Page is...
Turn the Page. This is actually benefiting the World Literacy Foundation. This is an organization that's dedicated to teaching women, children, and men in impoverished communities how to read and write, as well as developing business skills to create economic stability in their regions. They do a lot of work studying the root causes of poverty, and they actually develop real-world systems to counter its impact from inside those communities. So our themes during November are going to be about reading, writing, education. It's going to be a blast to close out the year with.
Very cool, very cool. And of course, I know this is near and dear, and we've got some accompanying video with this next charity coming up, and of course, coming up after or during the same month when the marathon's happening this month, and this one is happening when you're ready. I'll turn the page so you let me know.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll announce our big March initiative, March 2018. It's called the Ripple Effect. We will be benefiting water.org. And really, it's all about one small action can have an enormous impact. This is known as the Ripple Effect. In fact, for our March campaign, we're going to support water.org and its mission to deliver clean, safe drinking water to impoverished communities. They've actually transformed millions of lives around the globe through access to safe water and sanitation, plumbing, the important stuff that we here in America and other countries take for granted, right? A lot of people don't have this. Founded by Matt Damon and Gary White, water.org, they pioneer market-driven financial solutions to the global water crisis, and there is one, unfortunately. For more than 25 years, they've been providing families with hope, health, and an opportunity to break the cycle of poverty. So before we play the video, Stacy, I think you pulled some statistics about water.org and the water crisis?
I did. Water connects every aspect of life. Access to safe water and sanitation can quickly turn problems into potential, unlocking education, work opportunities, and improved health for women, children, and families across the world. So some of the facts that I pulled are 844 million people, that is 1 in 9 people, lack access to safe water. It's 2.3 billion, that's billion with a B, which is 1 in 3 lack access to a toilet. The reality is that more people have access to a mobile phone than a toilet. Every 90 seconds, a child dies from a water-related disease. Water, sanitation, and hygiene-related diseases kill nearly 1 million people each year. Women and children bear the primary responsibility for water collection in many places in the world. Women and girls often spend up to 6 hours every day just collecting water, and this is time spent not working, not caring for family members, and not attending school. So globally, 1/3 of all schools lack access to basic water and sanitation. And together, we can help change this. So let's work together to make the power of water available to all. Access to safe water and sanitation turns time spent into time saved, giving families more time to pursue education and to pursue work opportunities that will help break the cycle of poverty. So join us in March and be the pebble in the pond that creates the ripple for change.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. All right, and with that, are we going to go ahead and roll the video here?
Roll the tape.
Roll the videotape. One moment, please, as we... And we'll be back with y'all in just a moment.
If you don't know about the water crisis, you should. 2.6 billion people are affected. They lack clean water and a toilet. Each day, kids miss school, moms walk miles, families get sick from unsafe water, and too many die. Over 4,000 kids every day. We all know this is wrong, it's tragic, and it's totally unnecessary. Because it's solvable, if done right and with urgency. At water.org, we are dedicated to solving the global water crisis. Our more than 25 years of experience has given us insight. We know the water crisis can't be solved by a one-size-fits-all approach. We know it's not just about drilling wells, and that charity alone won't ever solve the challenge. To us, people in poverty are citizens and customers with rights and economic power, not just people in need of a handout. They want to determine their own future. Our role is to make this happen. So we go to communities who ask for help. With our local partners, we tailor programs to meet their needs. We engage innovative supporters. We bring in new sources of capital. Our solutions are built to last and must extend to other places quickly. And we develop game-changing ideas. One idea we pioneered is water credit. Water credit is a small loan for a family or community to get a water connection or a toilet. We convinced banks to make loans that weren't being made by sharing the financial risk with them. This brought new funds to people in need. And guess what? The idea works. And as the loans are being paid back, the money is recycled to others in need. Water credit is taking off around the world because it benefits more people faster. That makes it a solution critical to ending the crisis. Look, we have to be bold to solve the water crisis. Ensuring that everyone has safe drinking water and the dignity of a toilet is one of humanity's most urgent problems. The water crisis is complex, and we understand it. Let us work on your behalf, proudly. At water.org, we're dedicated to solving the water crisis in our lifetime. You can help make this happen. Join us. If you don't know about...
Yeah. No, and in fact, we're going to be doing the ripple effect all March long. We're going to run the way we typically do, where you can pledge your support, host and support us by attending in-game events, help us spread awareness about the cause. On March 1st, possibly a few days before, we'll have an official announcement, a donation page, several new donor thank you gifts, and a Twitch streamer package for those who want to get online and help us raise funds and awareness for this cause. So please all come visit aeriefund.org and get involved and look for the similar announcement on the soda forums as well. And we can't say thank you enough to all you out there. We're able to do this cool stuff because of you guys. So we look forward to working with you all through 2018. Absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Laz, Twitch is telling us that they can't hear you, that you're muted.
Well, I'm glad that yeah. Oops. And these guys heard me. But anyway, okay, well, we'll thank these guys again. Again, thank you, Eric Schwartz, and thank you, Carlos. And again, great to be able to reach out and help other people out there. And, of course, tell everybody about the Meretz app. Tell everybody about Shrouded the Avatar. And, of course, continue helping with your donations and your donations of time to the Aerie Fund. Those of you out in the streaming world, that's one of the greatest assets we have, is that time you guys donate to help us spread the word. So, again, if there's anything that we can do to help you, help us. And again, the same with the guys at the Meretz app. Let us know. Let them know. Easy to reach them at meretz.com, or just use the app, and you can reach out right from inside the app. Justin will tell you they're a pretty responsive team, aren't they, Justin?
Yeah, they really are. I've sent quite a few questions into support. They answer right away. And in fact, while we were watching the video for the ripple effect, I had to hop in there and make sure that I got my next ticket in to be able to get in the drawing for that Virtue armor.
That Viking armor?
The Viking
awesome.
armor.
Great.
Yes,
Great job.
absolutely, absolutely. But with that, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Of course, we've got next episode of the Aerie Fun Live coming up next month. And, of course, we have special guest Star Long joining us next month, as well as other surprises. So don't forget to tune in then and join us, because, well, we're going to have some probably footage from South by Southwest where we all get to meet each other actually in person. So we'll have Richard and Star and the guys from the Meretz app and the Aerie Fund, and we'll maybe do something a little interesting and bring you a little video from South by Southwest next month while we're at it. But, of course, I'm Harry, a.k.a. Lazarus in game. Of course, Stacy and Chad with us from the Aerie Fund, our board members, and we'll be back with y'all. Yes, Elena Strongbow in game, and Eric Schwartz from Meretz app. We'll be back next month on the Aerie Fund Live, and thanks for joining us. And we'll see you all next month with special guest
drawing
Star Long. That's right. Now, of course, we have one more drawing, and we will go ahead and get out of here. Let's get that drawing in.
Kron SC. Kron. Congrats, Kron.
C. Very, very good. Congratulations. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Of course, tune in next month. March 9th, I believe we have. Is that a confirmed date?
March 9th, confirmed.
March 9th. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you all then.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.